Woo! Week 9 is in the books, gentlemen. Week 9 is in the books. Kendall will be back with us shortly. But hey, good evening to everybody. Harv, week 9 is in the books, man. I mean, if you can sum it up in a few words, what words would you choose, basically?
Few words, huh? Let me see. You got
A couple. I mean, we don't have to go too much into it because I mean we're gonna dwell into it right now.
I'm gonna say this, man. Real contenders? Question mark.
Woo! I like that, man. That is good, Harv. That is really, really good, man.
So do we have? So my question. The reason I say question mark is because I'm saying, are these the real contenders? The guys that are in first place right now in their divisions? We're at the halfway mark.
Hey, Harvin, that goes for both AFC and NFC, man. I mean, there's definitely some drama brewing. I mean, like I said, AFC, NFC. I mean, from right now, Harv, which conference is the strongest right now in the NFL?
Oh man, that's a tough one, Jerry. Because
It's a great question. That's why I'm asking. Because I mean, I don't think anybody has the answer, Harv. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me, honestly.
Let's bring Kendall on. Kendall.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So I just asked a simple question. I said, Harv, if you can, right now, week 9, give me an explanation and just a couple of words. And he says, no contenders.
I'm afraid I agree with Harvey. Like we see some pretenders, some contenders. I think the one that stands out to me the most is the Miami Dolphins. They can't seem to beat a good football team, but they can beat up on the bad teams, the Patriots, the Broncos, and some of these other teams that the Giants, Panthers that they've beaten. So I think that's what stands out to me initially is the Miami Dolphins, and from a pretender standpoint, a contender standpoint. And I can't believe this team is tied for the best record in the league. Well, second best record in the league, and they're not getting no talk or whatnot. The Baltimore Ravens, they've beat Seahawks, throttled the Seattle Seahawks, throttled the Cincinnati. I'm not saying the Bengals. They did beat Cincinnati. They beaten Detroit Lions. Baltimore is playing some good ball. Odell Beckham Jr. had a belated birthday, scored a touchdown on his birthday. Like those guys are balling in Baltimore. And I mean, they got Cleveland this Sunday, but Baltimore they're scheduled about to toughen up a little more. But I think I think Baltimore is the best team in the league right in AFC. I'm rolling with Baltimore.
So let's talk about that real quick. Right now, this is what we're looking at right now. This is the landscape right now. AFC leaders right now. This is division. I'm gonna give you division first. Each division. Dolphins right now are at the top of the pack right now at 6-3 in the NFC East. Chiefs are 7-2 in the I'm sorry AFC East. Before Kendall corrects me because Kendall's like the little wizard when it comes to correction. Or what is it? Grammar police. Chiefs are right now 7-2 in the AFC West. Ravens are 7-2 in the AFC North, and Jags are 6-2 in the AFC South. Right now, you have close teams, and they're all in the same division. AFC North has the Steelers, Browns, Bengals at 5-3. That's your AFC conference leaders.
That division is going to beat themselves up to get in.
It's a crazy division. I mean, we were talking about the AFC East being the strongest and the NFC East and the NFC, but dang, you're right, Kendall. I think this is the division of keeping a very close attention to. Here's your NFC leaders right now. Eagles have the best record in the entire NFL. Right now, they are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
At 8-1. The 49ers and the Seahawks are both tied at 5-3. They're 1A, 1B in the NFC West. Lions are sitting at the top at 6-2 in the NFC North, and the Saints are 5-4 in the NFC South. Man, the NFC South is still a mess, isn't it?
Saints won 2 straight games. Saints have won 2 straight. They're starting to look good the last 2 weeks, though. and see if they can keep it going.
I mean, Chris Olave barely scared his second touchdown of the season. That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah.
And then you got the Cowboys at 5-3 and the Vikings at 5-4. So those are right now. That's kind of like what you have right now. If you're to sum it up in a grand scheme of things, let me see. We have Ramiro Zuniga. Baltimore is getting running the ball, and it sets up the passing game. I'll let you take over this real quick, Kendall. What about the Ravens that you were saying that they right now are the best team?
Just like Romeo, yeah, like they're running the ball. Keaton Mitchell out of ECU, good running back, man, had a big game this week. The offensive line of Baltimore is blocking. Lamar spreading that field, and he's spreading the web to everybody. And their defense is playing, but they getting back to looking like the Baltimore Ravens defensive role. Like they are playing some good ball, man. And my thing that stands out to me about Baltimore, they're not beating them on bad team. They beat the good team. Seattle, they're a good team. Detroit, good team. Cincinnati, they're starting to get right. They're a good team. They Crestman lost to Pittsburgh, lost to the Colts, kind of Crestman early in the season. But I mean, Baltimore is playing some of the best ball, and nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about Jacksonville, Kansas City, Miami. Baltimore is the best team in the AFC by far, I think.
Well, I mean, well said. Harv, is there anything from the Baltimore Ravens? Do you think that they are right now really strongly ahead in the AFC?
Yeah, I believe if you look, I think they have the 2 losses, right? And they lost to the Colts, and I think they barely lost to the Steelers, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, man, like I think if you talk about a complete team, what team is playing all phases of the game really well? It has to be, I think it has to be the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
But it all starts with the running game, though.
Oh, you're right. But my thing is this the best team Lamar's been on?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to get at, because you're talking about they beat the Seahawks 37-3, man.
Beat Detroit.
At the Ravens. But what I'm saying is they held them to 3 points. You're talking about DK Metcalf, JSN, Lockett, and those running backs they got.
Count them up.
Look, man, I'm telling you right now, I think this might be the best team Lamar's been on.
Hey, and Harv, Zay Flowers, your guy, man. Wow. He looked like he's playing Madden out there. I mean, this is the way he's able to stop and go, right? Ramiro, we can tell who Ramiro sides with on this one. Philadelphia officials are number 1 team in the league. And let me ask you a question, Kendo. I know we're gonna get to it eventually.
Yeah,
actually, look, I got some people on TikTok that actually got some good questions.
All right, go for it.
George from the RGV says Dobbs player of the week after the win for Minnesota.
Yeah, just look what he had to go through. I mean, short week, got traded at the trade deadline from the Cardinals and whatnot, and he did it similar when he came from Tennessee. Like he's playing some good ball right now. Minnesota has very quietly won 2 or 3 straight games.
Yeah,
they're playing good. They haven't really missed a beat without Kirk Cousins. Now, Dobbs is not going to be long-term answer in Minnesota, but it's a nice, cool story for this season. And my guy Jordan Addison is balling. Like the defense is playing better. For them, for Dobbs to play how he played on a short week in Atlanta, when a tough place to play against a decent Falcons team. Hats off to Dobbs, man. What all he had to go through, man. Got a lot of heart and went out there and played real good, man. Like Minnesota has a little fun story going on right now.
And it's crazy, right? Because he wasn't supposed to even play. I mean, he didn't even know. They were even saying on the announcers, you can hear him saying, I don't even think he knows everybody on the team right in the huddle. Like, I mean, I think he's right. But a lot of heart. What are you going to say, Harv?
Brian Meyer says the Bears will win by 17 on Thursday.
Man, we haven't even got to the games, man.
I'm just letting you know that those are the comments.
Let's get to the games. All right, we're gonna get to all the comments. You guys stick around. Hey, we're trying to grow this channel. East West Football. It's been around since we started this bad boy back in March 2nd, 2020 was our first podcast that we ever did, and then of course it's grown to what it is today. Help us grow. We need to get to 1,000 here. Of course, you got Ken's Pet Talk. If you love Patriots Talk, that's your source right there. Kendall always has great. He's a one man band, but he brings on a ton of great guests. Ken's Pet Talk. Throw your plugs in there, Kendall.
Yes, sir. Ken's Pats are where you can find me at. Subscribe, man. Support the show, whatever you want to do. Please come through, man. Shows throughout 3 times a week, 7:30 Eastern, man. Check me out. And it's a lot of stuff going on up in New England right now. So if you like the Patriots, or know anybody like the Patriots, come check me out, man. It's a lot of stuff that's been talked about that need to be talked about.
He's on the road to 1K. Harv, throw in your plug.
The Cowboys Cast.
Boom.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, The Cowboys Cast. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, man.
On the Cowboy Cast, also they are on the road to 1K, also on YouTube. So help us get there. But let's go and break these down. Titans and Steelers. That was a Thursday night game. Steelers came away 20-16 on that one. Gentlemen, anything about this game that convinced you? Either way, I know Will Levis was the talk of the town. I think he had a great start. I think he even made news today, didn't he? I think he's officially been named the starter
for this week. I guess the rest of the year. But Will Levis played real good, man, against the Steelers. Threw the interception to end the game. But I'll take that interception there, man. He's going for it all. I read him throw that. I read him throw it. Rather take that pick there than him take a sack or throw it out. Final play the game, I mean, it's either going to be on the ground and somebody's hand or it's going to be a pick. So good game by Will Levis or whatnot, man. And he got some weapons there with D-Hop. Burks did get hurt with a concussion. Hopefully he's all right. They got Derrick Henry. But he just looks like a Tennessee Titan quarterback. He just looks he does, like fun, man. I think he's gonna do some good things there, man.
No, you know what I liked about Will Levis, man? I think at the end of the day, when you look at quarterbacks, you can throw the ball around the yard. That's cool. But when somebody gets rattled, right, and he stays composed, man, he comes back and still makes big time throws. To me, that's what gets me about Will Levis, man. He got rattled a couple of times, but it didn't matter, man. He was still trying to make throw, and you're right, Kendall. Like, I hate quarterbacks that throw the ball, before the sticks if you need a first down, or not in the end zone if you need a touchdown. You got to go for it, man. I agree. Yeah, so I like it.
Shoot, let's move on. Dolphins go down to the Chiefs. This was a crazy game. It looked like a blowout was happening in the making, and then all of a sudden the Dolphins made a little late surge. That was 21-14. That, of course, that was over there overseas. Also, that was these London games, man. I mean, they're a little bit. You gotta get used to them. I mean, for you guys, what time do you guys have to wake up at? I mean, you guys are on the East Coast, right?
8:30 Eastern, my time. I got to get up like an hour before the game. Game starts like 9:15, I think.
And I'm just an hour behind you guys. You know what I mean? So, overall, guys, I mean, right now, are the Chiefs still clear-cut favorites to make it to the Super Bowl?
I ain't gonna call them clear-cut because that offense ain't looking all good. But this now, my buddy Nick Wright from First Things First. I love Nick Wright from Fox. He said this is probably Patrick Mahomes' greatest defense that he's ever had. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is playing very good. They are playing. This is probably the best defense that Mahomes has had in his era, in his short era there in Kansas City. And they are playing some good ball. They shut down that Dolphins offense for the most part. They got a touchdown so late, but everybody was talking about this Tyreek Hill big game. He gonna go for 200 damn yards. He didn't do none of that. Also, he got a turnover, whatnot. I think it was Sheed. Snatched the ball from him, stripped the ball from him, made him fumble, ran it back. So I mean, that Chiefs defense is balling. I love Trent McDuffie at the corner.
Harf.
I honestly think it was going to be a blowout, man. Mm-hmm. When I saw 21-0, I was like, man, this game's over. And then I checked back and it was 21-14. I don't know, man. The thing is, to me, is you have the Dolphins built that defense for these type of games.
True.
Right?
And they have the best defensive coordinator in the entire NFL, Harf.
They got Jalen Ramsey, Chubb. They got all these guys, but they can't. I don't know what it is, man. I think that's probably the point of failure for that team right now.
Yep.
It really is, man.
Can't beat good teams.
Nope.
And we kind of alluded to earlier, right? Dobbs 31. He beat the Falcons 31-28. The Falcons are a top 5 defense right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, in Spanish you call it this was a hueva game, right? Or what's the English translation for hueva?
I guess I would say you like lucky.
Like they got lucky. Like
Yeah, they got lucky.
they got very lucky. Like it was
Yeah.
it was a whiff. Was this one of them kind of type of games?
Yeah.
You think so, Kiddo?
Well, I mean, from that def, I don't know if they play Miami again. If that
You
game,
talking-
is in my- if
Vikings.
that game,
Vikings
You
and Falcons.
oh, Vikings, the Vikings and the Falcons
Like
game.
hueva means it's a fluke.
Yeah.
Like, was this a fluky game? Like a fluke win by the Vikings, or was it a fluke loss by the Falcons? Because Falcons had what, Tyler Heineke, and it's supposed to be Desmond Ritter, because I think Desmond has a concussion,
Really
and
got-
and then Joshua Dobbs is in because I think who was it? What is it? Jaden Hall is his name?
Jaren Hall.
Jaron Hall. He got out with a concussion in the first quarter, right?
And Dobbs came in.
And Dobbs came in. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this one? I mean, because the Vikings, they lost KJ Osborne to that concussion also in the game. Man, they were, like you said, Jordan Addison. They were still able to pull it off, man.
I mean, like Vikings, man, just a good story like that they're building, and they came into Atlanta and took it.
Hey man, this is my thing about Dobbs, right? Why doesn't anybody want him?
5 teams and
Good journey, man.
what did they say? 5 teams in like
But
less than
look,
15 games?
check it out, man. I think he's really good. I honestly do think he's good.
Well, he is a rocket scientist, Harv.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Smart.
like, why don't, man, like, I don't know. If somebody out there needs a quarterback, man, I would really, and I think,
I don't think he's a long-term answer anywhere.
how do you know that? He hasn't
I
been
mean,
given an opportunity.
I know he's a journeyman though for a reason, man. I mean, don't you think a lot of these?
But look at the games. Look at the games he's played in.
And what is he? 29, 30?
Around there.
I'm just saying, he keeps showing up, man.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been on a team that has talent, though, that much talent. I'm just saying, wait till Justin Jefferson back.
I believe he should be
I
coming.
think he has a couple more weeks.
Wasn't he on 4 to 6?
He was on IR, so they don't think they activate him yet to come back.
In the 21-day window, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can get to the Saints defeat the Bears 24-17, right? And I saw earlier somebody says, who was it? Brian Meyer, I believe. He says the Bears will win by 17 plus this Thursday.
Yes,
Do you think, I mean, is there trouble brewing with the Chicago Bears, guys? I mean, is this Justin Fields' team going forward, or
I mean, Bears gonna have a top 5 pick, and I mean, Fields being hurt. He didn't play Sunday, did he? No. Tyson Baggett be a back pick.
Yeah, and he was running all over the Saints. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was running all over the Saints. Whenever they needed a first down, man, he would wiggle his way into the
I
first.
like what I've seen from Tyson Baggett, but Justin Fields is supposed to be their guy. They built the team around him in the offseason, bringing in DJ Moore. But the Bears, I mean, this offseason, talking about it's gonna be very interesting. Also, I think they're gonna trade Fields, and then whenever Fields come back, they'll give him the starting job back. Let him see what he can do, because they can get a draft pick for him. And the better Fields does play, maybe you can ship him off somewhere and get a high draft pick. But I think they get rid of Fields this offseason. There's no way. I don't think Fields will be the starter there next year.
So you think they're going to draft somebody?
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah,
I think they're projected second and third, right? Because of the Panthers pick.
Yeah, they got 2 top picks. One of them is a quarterback. The other probably be a wide receiver or a tackle.
This is my thing. They just signed Sweat, right, with that contract?
Yep.
Montez Sweat, yeah, they got him.
They're signing all these players, big time money, right? But they still have to pay Justin Fields.
They don't have to pay Fields. They ain't gonna pay him.
That's my point.
Right.
That should tell you he's not going to be around for very long.
Oh, damn.
I think Justin Fields will be Atlanta Falcon next year.
Ooh, Atlanta Falcons.
Bold prediction. Well, I don't think it's a bold prediction. He's
That
from Georgia, and the Falcons gonna need a quarterback.
and they love him there in Georgia.
That's the perfect spot for him.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
And I'm not ready to give up on Justin Fields either. I just think he needs the right mentor, the right coaching to go. But I will tell you this: I know DJ Moore had a turnover, right? I think they I mean, he's trying to make a play. He popped the ball. They popped the ball out of his hands. Could that have been the deciding factor? I don't know. I think there's still a lot left. There's a lot of grit on this Bears team, so we'll see. It's good to see the Saints game back in the driver's seat there in the South. Packers defeat the Rams 20-3, guys. What's going on there?
Green Bay need this game. They need this game. Jordan Love need it.
Yeah.
Good game by Green Bay. The Rams are starting to unravel like we all thought. But Rams are becoming back to the Rams. But yeah, good win by Green Bay. They need it, man. They really did. They got I think they got Pittsburgh this week, I believe. Green Bay guys. But yeah, that was a big win coming into this week. Good game.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was shocking to me. The Rams with 3 points. That was really shocking. I honestly thought the Rams were gonna win that game, man. But yeah,
the
Packers.
Out, I won't surprise.
Yeah, but not like that. 20-3 with those two receivers. No way, man. Yeah, they're. I think the Rams are going downhill now, man.
Yeah, the story was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Let me get a little caught up with the Ram says, I see the Chiefs deep getting better and better. So damn, Ramiro sees the same thing also. Mike Porsche says, of course, he's gonna give us the Eagles fly, Eagles fly. And then he adds like a Fritz magic, and then he also says, he says for the Bears, it's gonna be Caleb Williams and
man, I hope not. I hope not. I know Williams is going to Chicago, but not Mark.
And he does
back to back.
You can see Justin Fields going to the Falcons too. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Commanders at Patriots. Now, Kendall, for those that don't know, I mean, you're from the Carolinas. Can you please explain the geographical geographical location? How you can choose between what teams are they?
In Carolina?
In Carolina.
Oh, you got I'm in Carolina, so I'm near Washington, Baltimore, a little north from a little north from Atlanta. So I got like 4 or 5 teams I could choose from. Philly about 6 hours from me. And then you got New England's about 10 hours, Boston about 10 hours from here.
And then would you also throw in Jacksonville?
Florida, yeah, you might as well. I'm right in the vicinity of them too.
So, I mean, of course, you're the Patriots guy, though. I just wanted people to understand the geographical location of where you're currently residing. I know that one day you're going to be a Texas boy, though.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be covering exclusively Cowboys content on the Cowboys cast. So, Commanders defeat the Patriots 2017. Please explain your frustration right now. What is going on with these New England Patriots?
What ain't going on, man? Like it's a lot. I mean, if you want to hear most of it, go to Ken's Pat's Talk YouTube. I just did a rant about them last night, but it's a mess. And I think mainly it's the offense. No wide receivers. Offensive line's been playing better since we made a change the past couple weeks. Matt Jones throwing off his back foot, not reading the field well. He's already not the most talented, gifted from a physical perspective. Wide receivers do not. When you're relying, and I'm sure y'all familiar with this name here, Jalen Reagor, formerly of the Eagles. When you're relying on Reagor and Taquan Thornton and Juju on a bad knee, and you're relying on a 6th-round rookie, DeMar Douglas, to be your number 1 wide receiver. He's playing some good ball, but Kayshon Boutte can't get on the field. Know what's going on there, man? Like it's a mess in New England right now. Just tear the whole offense up and just restart it. Our defense is fine. Now Sam Howell look good. Now I like what I'm seeing from Sam Howell. Eric Bieniemy got that offense rolling. Terry McLaurin and them, but just tear the whole New England offense up, man. And one more thing, please do not put my New England Patriots on TV again this year. Please don't. I can't take no more of it. It's bad. Like it's bad. So,
Come home, Kendall. Come home. Come home, Kendall.
Kendall, you can probably sell the Mac Jones jersey right now and still get good money for it. I'm just saying.
Gene Castillo on TikTok says, "Welcome to Cowboy Land, my boy."
But I'm not even done watching the all 22 yet for the Patriots, and from what I've seen so far, it's bad, man. It's not good right now. Knowing it's Belichick gonna be fired, and I'm hearing that if they don't win in Germany, Saturday, I keep saying Sunday against the Colts, it's gonna be question marks if Belichick make it through the season. So we'll see what happens, man.
We will see. Harv, anything about the Commanders? And I will say this. I saw some reports, and I think that you kind of directed me in the reports because I mean they look like they were having a fire sale on that defense. Harv, Montez Sweat, Chase Young. I mean,
You lost to a team that got rid of two of their best players on defense.
It's
Like,
still
that's
one.
embarrassing.
yeah, but what's going on with the Commanders? Because apparently that culture was not right. Montez Sweat and Chase Young were seen as freelancers. That is what's not being talked about.
Undisciplined, man. I think from what I'm hearing, because I'm in Commander Land, just so everybody knows,
Maryland.
the problem is that they were undisciplined. They pretty much weren't. But the other thing is interesting is that also Ron Rivera, man, how does he not know about his quarterback from last year? Remember those comments he said? I didn't know Sam Howell was that talented or he had an arm. How do you not know that as a head coach? So I'm going to tell you the rumbles out here are Ron Rivera is probably his last year. And this ownership, I'm going to tell you right now, from what I'm hearing, they are going to do their due diligence when it comes to this next head coach, man. And they said nothing's going to stop them. So they're going to get what they want. So just so you guys know, I'm just throwing that out there. There's some rumors going around about Bill Belichick.
Not happening.
I'm just letting you know.
I will say that this ownership, it looks like they're for reals. I mean, even for them to even say they're going to go back
Magic Johnson and who else they got?
They're going to go back to the Redskins name. Like, I mean, if they do that, oh my gosh, they're going to revive the whole NFC East. I think they'll revive the whole franchise because.
But hey, Bill Belichick is from Annapolis, Maryland.
Yes,
he is from Annapolis, Maryland.
He coached with his dad, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's from Annapolis, Maryland. I don't know how far it is from Washington or whatever.
Oh, let me tell you, it's 45 minutes.
Annapolis.
45
Hey,
minutes.
it makes sense, but I just think Bill Belichick at this point, he's 70 in his 70s. Do you want to go to a team where you have to
70?
With traffic, 105, an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Belichick is in his 70s. I think he want to go to, if you want to go somewhere, he's go to a team that's already ready to win now. He don't got time to be starting another. I don't think Belichick wants to do all that.
Let me see.
We will see, Kindle.
We will see on that one. Okay, so then we got the Ravens defeating the Seahawks 37-3. This was like you said. Oh, Alex says the ownership group wanted to go in a different direction for Washington. Damn.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I'm hearing everywhere, man. They're not gonna leave any stone unturned, man. I'm telling you right now.
Blow it up.
So like I said, the next game that we have here is the Ravens defeating the Seahawks 37-3. What happened here, guys?
Just domination. Baltimore dominated Seattle.
That I don't even. I mean, we already talked about the Ravens, man. The Seahawks got handed to them, man. So this is my thing, right? The Seahawks beat Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Ravens, what was it, 38-6? They beat the Lions, and then they played the Seahawks 37-3. Man, that's crazy. This Ravens team's for real, man.
They for real, man.
They're for real.
I just want to confirm, right, with what Kendall was saying about Coach Belichick. Bill Belichick is 71. Holy smokes!
But you can coach till you're in a wheelchair. I mean, it ain't like you're out there physically playing.
I mean, who is the oldest coach right now in the
Is it Pete Carroll or Bill?
I think it's Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete might got him.
I'll double check for you guys on that one. Pete Carroll is approximately
72, 3.
72. Wow, by 1 year. So, I mean, it is what it is. So we're gonna move on to the next one, guys. What about this game? The Texans defeating the Buccaneers 39-37 with the backup running back kicking the game-winning 38. Was it
That's pretty
38 yard
crazy.
field goal?
Yeah.
How about
That's
CJ Stroud just balling out? How about? I mean,
He is
how about?
balling.
I mean, like it's so funny, right? Because I mean, you got so many haters, right? So many Cowboy haters, so many. I mean, the hater list is for reals, but it's so funny because when you actually look at Scott Van Pelt's backdrop that he had, these were the stats. CeeDee Lamb had the most reception yards at 191 yards. Noah Brown had 153 yards. Amari Cooper had 139 yards. Dalton Schultz had 130 yards. Now we'll get back to Amari Cooper in a little bit, but all them Cowboys previous receivers and slash tight end. But damn, Noah Brown 153, Dalton Schultz
That's
130.
what I was about to say. Did you just say Noah Brown with 100?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
153,
many
right?
catches? How many catches did he have?
Does it matter?
Just,
No, I'm just curious.
let me see. I can look that up for you real
No,
quick.
but I'll say this real quick. Gene Castillo says, "Oh yeah, what a name, very missed. Redskins athletic name." So, hey, like
Kendall,
And the,
yeah, he had 6 catches for 153 yards and a touchdown. He was averaging 25.5.
and he's like their third, fourth receiver. Like the thing about Sid Stroud,
Dalton
doing
Schultz had 10 catches, Kendall.
he's doing it with a bunch of nobodies really in Houston. Like they don't have a top 5, top 10 core.
Tank Dell.
Tank Dell had 6 catches, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Nico
Yes,
Collins had
sir.
about
Nico
100
Collins
yards.
had 3 catches, 54 yards, and 1 touchdown.
I'm just
John-
saying. Look, I
Even
said
John Mitchell's getting in there.
we can replay the tape, man. I said I like CJ Stroud better than Bryce Young. I don't know what people saw in Bryce Young. Nothing, no offense to him. He's playing good. I just did not see it, man.
No,
I believe-
Bryce not playing good.
I believe I was out there with you on that tree, man, by ourselves, man. I think I was saying, like, man, CJ Stroud looks like, but the thing is Ohio State quarterbacks that have that stigma, right? That just sticks to them. And it's just that these Ohio State quarterbacks don't work out. But CJ Stroud, I mean, he's a different kind of cat, man.
You got to look at systems and team around them and offensive line stuff. I mean, CJ Stroud might be struggling if he was in Carolina, and it was vice versa. So you got to
True.
look at it out. You got to look at a lot of stuff when you lay it out like that. But a lot of people think CJ Stroud's gonna probably win Rookie of the Year, which he probably is. I think he should be in the running for MVP because he's playing some good ball right now.
Mike Porsche says Ravens defeats Seahawks was shocking.
Was it the defeat that was shocking, or the amount that they won by? I think the amount they won by was shocking.
I think it's a little bit of both, man.
I
'cause-
thought-
I don't
was
think it,
real.
I think the Ravens were better than them, but I didn't think they
Yeah.
were that better than them. I would say maybe a field goal, but nah, 37-3, man. That's somebody stole your lunch money, man. Like for real. Like they took your lunch money.
He also says CJ is no joke. Let's talk about him for a couple seconds. I mean, do you think that CJ Stroud came into the NFL hitting his peak already? Or just to kind of be clear in the mid,
Has he hit his peak?
like, do you think he's as good of a quarterback that he'll ever be coming into the NFL? Was he already at that level?
No.
I mean, you would hope that any rookie quarterback hadn't, but I think that was the knock that he was getting. That this is as
No.
good as he's going to get.
I don't
He's
think so.
fallen
Man.
into the right system to. It wasn't this the word around the block about him.
Yeah, but I no, man. Like I this was my thing. I did not like Bryce Young. I don't know what people saw in him. I just didn't like him. Just because he's too small, in my opinion. And that's the takeaway. And I get it. But once you see players play at that, I guess how tall they are or how small they are, you can tell, right? I don't see it, man. I didn't see it. CJ Stroud, I like better than Bryce Young. Now, Anthony Richards, on the other hand, in my opinion, has the most potential to be the better quarterback. Maybe not right now. He maybe needs a year or two, but I think he has the most potential to be better than all of them. But CJ Stroud right now, man, he's balling.
Kendall, what do you think?
Stroud. I mean, I just think in terms of the rookies, right?
Well, is he the real deal? And Mike Portia
Yeah.
says, don't forget about Anthony Richardson. If he was healthy, question mark. I think that's what he meant by that.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Alex wants to throw in there. Tank Dell is the real deal. If he keeps this up, he can be He could be special. Texans rebuild has sped up significantly, and
I like that. I like that.
yeah, Mike Portia even says agreed. I mean,
I
that's
like that. That's true, man.
I like the Tank Dell coming out of Houston, man. I think it was the top, not one. I mean, one of the top receivers coming out. I love him in that slot. He can play slot. He can play outside. Very explosive. Pretty good route running. Very got some nice moves with him.
and speed and yak. I mean, has the whole 9 yards. I think with him.
And then they're in Houston, like they don't have no more. They got a complimentary guy, nice and not. They don't have the big names, but C.J. Stroud making them good, and they got different variations of guys that could do. Robert Woods, the veteran, Dalton Schultz, know what he did in Dallas. Nico Collins, your big X receiver, and don't forget about John Mechie and Noah Brown showing up. So they got some guys there, and then a good running game with Pierce.
The Browns defeat the Cardinals 27-0. Wow. But even just the Cardinals, just the way they got rid of Joshua Dobbs, and then what they bring in Clayton Tune. Now they're gonna go with Kyler Murray. I mean, that looks like a disaster for mess. Yes or no, guys?
They're tanking.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're tanking?
Yeah.
Of course.
We already know that this Browns defense is tenacious. I think that they are up there with the Bengals. I think they're up there with even with the Ravens. You know, I think they had that potential. Deshaun Watson looks a little bit. I don't know, man. What's wrong with Deshaun Watson? Anything you guys want to add on that, or just go on to next?
Still trying to get back in the fold of things. He had the AC joint sprain.
Yep.
I seen the pass they threw to Amari Cooper, the tip pass that ended up being a touchdown. Mark Cooper's still playing good. It's like he's been in the league forever. But Brown's been winning some games, man. They can just stay healthy, and that defense, if they can get Deshaun back right and get a few players back on defense, the defense continue to play well, they're gonna be in this thing. That tough AFC North, man, that thing will come out to the final week.
I think the AFC North is probably one of the better divisions.
It really is, man.
Honestly, man.
Like we said earlier, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals are all 5-3. And remember, that's Walter's Super Bowl. That's who Walter says. The Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. That's exactly what Walter said. It's going to be Eagles and Bengals. But right now, it's the Ravens leading that division 7-2. It's a tough division, Harv. Yep. It's always been a tough division.
Yeah, it has. But man, they're playing really good ball right now. All that whole division.
Yes, that whole division.
And Pittsburgh still got to play Cincinnati twice.
Yeah.
Damn. Brown can be a spoiler. No, Browns can be a spoiler. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Yeah, I can see that. Deshaun is missing. Oh, let's not go there. Dang it.
They almost got you, Jerry.
Yeah, they did, man. They almost got me there. Let me see. Colts the Panthers 27-13. What in the world is going on with these Panthers? Why can't they even get a win?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, I just forget. Yeah, the Colts, man. That's crazy, man. The Colts playing some good ball. They are, man. I thought they was gonna fold once Anthony Richardson got hurt.
Yes, so did I.
The shoulder injury, they got a good defense. They had 2 pick sixes last past week. Kenny Moore, former Patriot, had a pick six.
Former Cowboy, actually.
Was he with the Cowboys? He's with the Patriots too.
He started his career with the Cowboys, and then I believe was he with the Saints?
No, he's with the Patriots. I know. But
go ahead.
Yeah, but pick six. Carolina coming off but no, they had the bye before when they had beat Houston. But yeah, man, Bryce Young looking awful, and those pick sixes he threw were bad. They were bad pick sixes too. I think it's easy to say, like, without those pick sixes that Colts ran back, I think Carolina probably would have had a chance. Bryce Young, he played bad man against the Colts.
And I already got corrected. No, Kenny Moore was only with the Patriots.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Colts are a better team, man.
Huh?
The Colts are a better team, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
even.
Panthers-
There's no.
Panthers. I mean, Frank Reich. I don't even think Frank Reich is the right answer at the coach position right now. It's crazy how how everything's unfolded and they went with Bryce Young. I think just to kind of answer what you're saying. I think what a lot of people like with Bryce Young was the championship pedigree. Being a part of Alabama, he's seen the big lights. He won a national championship. So usually, whatever you do in college, it equates to the pros. Kendall, I think we've always said it. If you're injured in the pros, you're going to be injured in where?
Yep.
I mean, if you're injured in college,
you'll be injured in the pros.
you'll be injured in the pros. And I think the same thing goes with the saying is you want a championship in college, more likely you have that championship pedigree when it comes to the pros. We have yet to see that with Trevor Lawrence, even though he's been ascending, but he also has been descending also.
But let's hold off on Bryce. Like, remember Trevor Lawrence first year, it was a disaster. Then came back and look at him now. So let's just hold off.
But no. That's not the same.
Well, yeah, the coaching. Why you say that?
Because Lawrence had the physical. He has everything. I don't think Bryce Young does. Like the talent. The problem was the coaching. You're telling me that Bryce Young doesn't have the coaching?
He has the coach. He don't have the weapons.
I mean, that coaching is supposed to be very friendly, especially. I mean, isn't it the similar coaching as what Trevor Lawrence has? Aren't they from the same?
I don't think Bryce has the weapons though. I mean, Adam Thielen is your number one.
So you think it's the weapons?
I think it's the weapons alone, and the offensive line hasn't been the best either.
Yeah, that offensive line has been atrocious.
I don't like Bryce Young, man. I wouldn't have drafted him.
Well, I mean, I don't hate him, but I mean, I think there's.
I don't hate him. I just said I don't like him as a quarterback.
Well, I mean, I don't hate him. I mean, like, I don't dislike him as a quarterback. I think he has a good future up ahead. I think we got to be fair. 3 years is what they say to give everybody. The Raiders, they defeat the New York Giants 30-6, and the Giants lost Daniel Jones to a torn ACL. Raiders actually are riding the dice with Antonio Pierce as the head coach. A crazy storyline going into that week. I mean, just how they fired Josh McDaniels, the whole shenanigans, and then of course, Aiden O'Connell. Man, I mean, he's doing a thing there.
And they gave him a spark too. And with Antonio Pierce being there, former Giants against his team that he won the Super Bowl with, demolished them, man. Aiden O'Connell played a decent game. Devontae Adams all of a sudden looking happy now.
Yeah.
Myers, Crosby, they're in there doing cigars in the locker room and stuff, man.
Playing basketball.
Yeah, playing basketball. Like, it's just I said this too in a previous show. A lot of times when teams fire coaches midweek or after the embarrassing loss, that next week they come out and they give them a spark, they win. So good win by the Raiders. They got the Jets this week. Hope they probably beat them too. But I like what I'm like what I'm seeing from the Raiders. Just what a difference a week makes. Like, just crazy, man. But that team now, that everybody's coming out talking about a lot of stuff coming out about how the locker room was divided and a lot of stuff was going on. It's funny how when somebody leaves, how everything just drops out, comes out then. So good win by the Raiders, man. They just look happy now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gene Castillo says the Raiders' cheapest seat is $520.
Shit.
Dollars? Wow. I guess because Vegas really likes to make money. What are you gonna say, Harvey, about the Raiders?
So for me, for the Raiders, man, look, you guys saw the video, right? Everybody smoking and joking in the locker room. I thought it was pretty funny. So it's one of those things like, who's the strict parent? They just left the house and they get to do whatever they want. They played loose, man. And I think they said it too I read it on Twitter. Everybody's walking on eggshells around that place. It seemed like at the end of the day, man, if you're walking on eggshells, you're not going to perform very well. There has to be a point where, hey, business is business. I get it. But your players have to be able to play free, man. They have to enjoy the game. If you don't enjoy, because we got to remember, this is a game. If you don't enjoy the game, what's the point of playing then? You know what I mean? And I just felt like that's what they needed. and they went out and just given is the Giants, first of all, but I'm saying they look like they were comfortable, happy, and they enjoyed playing the game. And for whatever reason, they used 2 players on their team, Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams. Surprise. Like,
and Jacoby Myers too, right?
yeah. I'm just saying, man, like that's the
I think
formula.
McDaniel just a lot of times these Patriots coaches, they try to go and get their own team and they try to bring that Patriot weight, and it doesn't work. It only works in New England. You can't in it.
And
Look at Matt Patricia.
It didn't work in Matt Patricia. It didn't
Matt
work in
Patricia
Josh
in
Daniels
Detroit,
in Denver.
Josh McDaniels, and now Josh McDaniels, like it does not work. You can't do it like that. Even Bill O'Brien tried to do it in Houston
Yep.
What about Brian Flores in
Well, Dolphins were actually playing good, but it's I don't know, man. Just it only works in one place, and that's up in New England. It just doesn't work like that.
And it's not working right now in New England. Mike Porsche says coach had the practice squad on the sideline too, man. Big that's a culture. That's a culture right there. I didn't know those fine details. Thank you for that, Mike. He says Renfro was calling Josh McDaniel every morning at 2 a.m. saying I'm open and hanging up, laughing out loud. Then we see that with Chad Johnson doing that with our good friend, right? It's good to say that, Ken. Coach Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
Next, I'm pretty sure this is why Mike Porsche is staying on with us for so long. The Eagles defeat the Dallas Cowboys 28-23. Wow. The only thing I'm going to say before I turn this over to you guys, what a game. I mean, thrilling all the way to the end. You cannot make up any better soap opera. I think that Cowboys is must-see TV for all Cowboys Nation and Cowboys haters. Guys, who wants to take this first? Or you know what, Kendall, take it first because we're going to let our Cowboys native here talk about about what happened here.
Definitely lived up to the hype.
It really did live up to the hype.
Yeah, Dak Prescott, probably I think his best game of the season between this one and the Rams game.
Both were really great games.
Yeah, but I think this one was more because of the opponent. Dak played good. Dak, I don't think that was the reason they lost. I think the other reason that defense, so-called top defense in Dallas. But Jalen Hurts was carving them up for the most part. Swift had a decent game. A.J. Brown didn't get 100 yards, but he made the big plays when he needed to. Devontae Smith, the offensive line. But I think Dak was playing good. CeeDee Lamb, 10 or 11 catches for 100-something yards. And I think actually when I looked at some of the film, that final catch that he made, when he got it, if he would have had the awareness and just threw that ball back, he had 2 Cowboy receivers in the end zone. I think it was Gallup and Cooks. He I know it's easy saying it now in hindsight, but when he caught that ball, if he just had the awareness, just throw it back real quick, they would have had that. They could have won the game or whatnot. But it came down. Philly tried to give him the game a couple of times. I think that game should have been over. Like it should have been over. Philly should have won by I think at least 2 possessions or whatnot. But Philly did try to give him the game a couple of times or whatnot. Penalties kept Dallas in the game. But when Dallas had opportunities, they cashed in for the most part. And Dak Prescott took a couple of bad sacks on that final drive, then couldn't get his foot in. If his foot was a little smaller or his shoe size was a little smaller, he probably would have got in. But good game by the Cowboys. And I really think if they have to see Philly again, they're gonna see him in Dallas in 2 weeks. But they see him in the playoffs. I think I don't think Dallas I don't think they're scared of Philly. They just don't match up good with San Fran. But they can go into Philly and beat Philadelphia.
Ken, let me ask you a question before Harvard takes it over the stage. Were you able to catch Ryan Clark? I mean, we've had Ryan Clark on East West Football before. Hey, he's an awesome. We had an awesome interview with him. Do you agree with what Ryan Clark says about Dak Prescott right now playing at an elite level and being able to go head to head with a top? What did he say? An elite quarterback, Jalen Hurts, an elite defense, and win you a game. Now it's time for the rest of the Cowboys' entire team to catch up to him because he's playing at elite level.
Now, to be fair, I agree there. But to be fair, on the other side, that Eagles secondary and defense could be had. We seen what Sam Howell did today on Matt Jones. Had a good game earlier this year. They've struggled this year now. Not to take anything away from Dallas, But if you can block that fearsome front, that secondary back there, because Bradbury slid a little up in there, it can be had. And they had Eli Ricks on CD Lamb in the slot, which a terrible mismatch. Shouldn't have had. You know how Dallas gonna put CD in that slot. They shouldn't have done that. But that Eagles secondary can be had at give and take. You can get them blocked because they got a deep pass rush. And they can get after you like they did back in that final drive. When you get them boards blocked, you can really eat that secondary up, man. And that's what we seen happen.
Mike Porsche says game of the year so far. Damn. Kendall, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Harv, what do you think?
So one of the most disappointing things of this game that I didn't agree with was why was it not a Sunday night game? But anyway,
I mean, the ratings would have been.
What are the ratings though? Anybody know what the ratings were at the end? Anyways, but this is my thing, right? I said it from the beginning, from before even the season started. Circle this game right here, Week 9, Cowboys versus Eagles. How many times did I say it, Jerry?
You said this is the most important game on the Cowboys' entire schedule.
It is. So look, man, the way they lost, I think you walk away from that game knowing you had so many opportunities to win the game and you didn't. Now, my question is for this Cowboys team, right? This is what I like about them. They're not hitting on all cylinders right now. So what happens to teams that are hitting on all cylinders at the end of the year? It bleeds into the playoffs. So my thing is, I'm actually happy that we're not hitting on all cylinders yet. Because if you are, then teams can expose you. It's a copycat league, right? So the fact that the Cowboys are not even full throttle hitting on all cylinders keeps me optimistic about this team, that they're just going to continue to get better, man. So, and that's because Dak didn't even have a perfect game. He didn't have a great game. In my opinion, he played good. Can you imagine that I didn't think he played great.
I think that's about as good as Dak gonna play.
No.
I think
I don't agree with that.
When
That's
you look at the
I don't agree with.
When you look
I'll
at
tell
the
you right now
of the game against the opponent,
I
don't think.
Wait, hold on, Kendall. Hold on. This is my thing, right, about Dak. He's playing better than I've seen him in a long time, right? But what I'm saying is he still has to understand that when the game's on the line, he has to trust his guys that are hot. Once he learns that, there ain't nobody that's going to top this team. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
When Dak learns that, I'm telling you right now, this team cannot be stopped.
But look at this right here. Dak played his best game of the season.
No, he didn't.
Hear me out. Dak played his best game of the season, in my opinion. Put up 300 plus yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns. And Philly played good. I don't think Philly played great in this game from a defense perspective anyway. And Jalen Hurts was kind of banged up. And Dallas still couldn't get it. Oh, hold on. Dallas still couldn't get it done. Plus, if Philly capitalized, let's not forget, Philly kept Dallas in the game with those bad flat with some terrible calls. With the pass interference. Then I think they got a roughing call. There's a couple calls. They kept it. The game should have been over. It shouldn't have came down to that.
You're talking about the Philly side.
It should not have
no way, Kendall.
Hear me out.
This game should have been 37-28, maybe 43.
43-28 Dallas.
Yeah.
No, you sound like a homer now, Harvey. Hold on.
I'm not saying a homer. What I'm saying is. No, I'm not saying I'm saying the Cowboys beat themselves. They beat themselves. I don't think Philly beat them.
Philly's the better team, Harvey. I think Philly's the better team, and like I said,
Philly, I can agree with you.
If you
Philly
take away
those
penalties, take away the penalties, that game does not come down to that. It shouldn't have came down to a Hail Mary. It shouldn't have came down to that.
Mike Crochet says this has been only the second game that secondary played together.
Really?
So Mike, let me explain something to you, right? Let's take the whole the whole defense, the totality for the whole season, right? They're ranked 27th in the NFL in pass defense.
But
Don't give me about the only second time they played. Come on, man.
Okay, but look, he made a good point right there. Eagles
Eagles
not
are
clicking
not
on
all cylinders either.
Yeah, they're not on all cylinders either.
I guess because
Yeah,
and then Mike Prochet says this to Kendall, bro. No way. He said that to you.
No, I think he's talking to Harvey.
Oh no, he said that to you when you were saying that Philly's better.
He's an Eagles fan. I know he know Eagles. I know he wasn't talking to me.
He said that when you were talking.
What, he's about to respond. There's no way.
Well, we're gonna have to wait. And just for the filler, the Cowboys.
To Harvey whenever Harvey said that the Cowboys.
Oh, look, he just responded, Javier.
What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I give credit when credit's due. I think the Eagles are better, but what I'm saying is the Cowboys gave that game away. They gave it away.
When?
With the whole game. What are you talking about?
Come on, Harvey. So basically, you're taking credit.
No, what I'm trying to say is this. I saw the all 22, the very end, right? You know how many times Micah Parsons was being held and never called it?
Okay.
Like, it wasn't once, twice, three. I can't even count on my 10 and
to be honest, Holding
my
goes
8
on.
fingers and
Holding
10 two thumbs.
Holding goes on every game, every play, though.
No, I got you. And then that bull call on Byron, is it Byron? Bird?
Gilmore,
that was a pancake. That was no holding.
Then there was a bad call on Stephon Gilmore and AJ Brown.
And then we called the eligible Edoga on the line. He said he was eligible, and they still threw a flag.
Well, you can actually see Dak pointing at Edoga saying like, "Hey, 7."
Yeah, and the referee gave him a thumbs up.
7-1 is eligible. But just to give you a little bit of he says, look, Mike Porsche says to put the bias away.
I did. I said the Eagles are better.
So here's the little context. So Sunday's Week 14 national window featuring the Eagles and Cowboys in 84% of markets had a 14.2 rating. Right now, the Seahawks Packers in 2016 have a 14.4. So Cowboys had 25.1 million viewers, and the Seahawks and Packers had 25.3. That's what it says as far as ratings.
My final thought on the game is that I think Dallas played one of their best games of the season against a good team in Philly. They didn't play like they did against San Francisco. They actually got a lead in this game. They stepped up to the plate, and they still wasn't able to finish. So they still weren't able to win it. So that's like, damn, it's just one of those things. Like, are you gonna play? Can you play any better than that? You know what I mean? Like, Dallas didn't turn the ball over. Dak didn't throw a pick, no fumbles, nothing like that. Like, then Philly did get a couple lucky bounces with Swift and the strip. Yeah, hey, it's better to be lucky than good sometimes.
I got you.
It's better to be lucky than good.
That's
sometimes.
Cool.
But the fact that Dallas did not.
TikTok is going crazy right now. They're going banock.
Dallas did not turn the ball over. Dak played a hell of a damn game, and they still couldn't able to do it. It's like, damn. My thing is, what's going on with the defense? Like, Jalen Hurts had a pretty good game. He's on one leg. He was limping. He was hurt going into the game, and you could tell. Like, one time when he did that RPA, he tried to roll out. He wasn't at full strength. Come on, now he was not healthy. So imagine Jalen Hurts healthy. They was down a starter in the secondary. The slot one, I forgot the slot.
You can't sound like you're making excuses, Kendall.
No, I'm just saying, Jerry. Both of y'all Cowboy fans. I'm just telling you, give it to you real. Like, listen.
Not today. I put my bias away. I am the host of the East West Football tonight.
Yeah. All right,
because Theo says that was a game. He wanted to say that. Gene Castillo also said Dak went head over heels in that game, and Parsons said even Parsons agreed with that. Queen is our number one gifter on TikTok. We appreciate you, Queen, for everything you do. Bam, the Gridiron Guru says exactly. Lamb's final reception should have been included. A trailing receiver, he could have lateraled it too. So he's agreeing with what you said, Kendall. And Jinga says, and they know how to hold. Queen says, yo, what's up, Queen? Maddie says it's definitely top 5, but not game of the year. We got Fernando. It was in perfect time slot. It was in perfect time slot. Gene Castillo says they didn't mention ratings. Fox got them all. Bam the Gridiron Guru says opportunities got not matched with execution. This offense is still off. Maddie says Philly hasn't played their best ball either. Queen says we left points in on the field, not going for the field goals. Gene Castillo says, well, he stepped out and on one high pass at end. Fernando says Dak finally found his touch on giving the ball to the receivers. Lorenzo MC says, I had a dream. It was a week before the Super Bowl, and it was Cowboys versus Chiefs. I love your dream. Hold on, let me get the TikTok because TikTok has been showing us love, especially Queen. We could have won if we went for the field goals. 9 points we didn't make. Cowboys played a great game. Fernando says, Ken, what you mean Dak was moving the ball downfield 80% of the time? Dallas special teams. You know what? He kind of has a point there. That special team was getting into a groove, especially towards the back end. Chica Stu says, yeah, but they should have lost. And he's talking about Philly. And Fernando says, Cowboys gave
Yeah.
Eagles 14 points. Bam, the Gridiron Guru says, stop the blaming on the refs. To end, Dallas had a golden opportunity to win, and they didn't execute. True. I'm not gonna even say that. Trackhawk says should have picked up Dez. Oh, that's Kendall's boy right there, man.
Yes, sir.
Trackhawk. Maddie says it wouldn't surprise me if Dallas comes out flat against the Giants. I mean, we've seen it before, Matt.
I was thinking that earlier too.
We've seen it before, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think Giants definitely want to get back in the win column, especially losing to the Raiders. Of all teams, that's the worst team you want to lose it to, right?
And then Dallas, Giants will have a nasty taste in their mouth from the last time they played Dallas. So,
JJ Jerry 45 is my alias. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He says need to get rid of Jordan Lewis. A Queen says at Ben the Gridiron Guru. Guess who didn't watch the same game? Laughing out loud. Fernando says, Ken, if you say Dallas can't play better than they did, means Eagles can't play better than they are. Ooh.
well, yeah, hey, we'll get to see it again in less than a month.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
And then Gene Castillo says Turpin, the difference maker. And Bam, the Gridiron Guru says Des Bryant is 35 years old. He's playing days have been long gone. But damn, he does have a jump ball. And the Cowboys did pick up Martavius Bryant today. That made some news. I know that when he was with the Steelers, I think that was one of his best years. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
32 years old now. Man.
everybody says that it's a comeback. I don't understand the logic, but definitely, I mean, from Jay Tuck, our guy, because he's all of our guy here. Jay Tuck was posting today. If you made a mistake, you should just openly admit you made a mistake by trading Amari Cooper off and not keeping the right wide receiver. And I think that this makes the Cowboys look very, very sus with their decision making with Amari Cooper. Alex says best game of the B. I guess you trying to say the day.
Probably, yeah.
So look, it's very debatable. Okay, it's very, very debatable. We understand we can't be blaming things on the ref, and that's what happens when you don't execute and you don't bring discipline. Is that you're gonna let these refs determine your game? And if you look at it, a lot of those calls were very, very sus. Right now, the Buffalo Bills actually have the most efficient third down offense in the entire NFL at 49%. Kansas City's right underneath them at 48.91%. Philadelphia is at 48.48%, and Cowboys are right underneath them at their fourth, 47.67%. So that's what you're looking at right now. The last 3 games, Philadelphia has been killing it. They're ranked number 1 in the entire NFL. They are at 54.55%. So there you go. Okay. Broke it down for you for a little bit. Let me get caught up with Alex. Says best NFL game of the season. If only Dak can be consistent like he has played the last 2 games, Cowboys still can't seem to run the ball. I think this is something that Cowboys Nation has been talking about for a while. Cowboys need to address this. And Mike Porsche wants to just clarify: no hard feelings over here.
No, Mike, it's all good, bro.
We don't take anything.
Nah, never, my brother.
We are Cowboys fans. We have the thickest skin, man. I mean,
It's all good.
we let everything get. Bengals Bengals played at home and they came away with a victory, 24-18 against the Buffalo Bills. I know there was a big storyline with DeMar Hamlin. It was great to see him out there in the field. Guys, gentlemen, let me ask you: are the Bills a lost cause and Bengals headed in the right direction, or what do you guys foreseen?
Bengals headed in the right direction. Buffalo, the injuries are catching up with them, especially on defense. Josh Allen is 2 step on the eccentric, and they don't have nothing out. They don't have nothing else outside of Diggs. And the tight end Kincaid's coming on a little bit, but he did turn over. He did turn the ball over. Josh Allen threw another pick. I think he leads the league in picks right now. But the Bengals are hitting their stride. 3 or 4 straight games. Chase, Higgins, Boyd, Drew Sample, Joe Mixon run the ball. Like Joe Burrow is balling right now, man. Hats off to the Bengals.
Who leads the NFL in picks?
Josh Allen.
My bad. My
tied for the lead, I think.
My bias is coming out. Go ahead, Harv.
So I picked the Cincinnati Bengals to go to the Super Bowl, and they're actually acting like the team that should go to the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, man, look, and I think Walter has said this, and I'll give Walter credit as well. After a while, I'm believing Walter now. I think they've peaked with Sean McDermott, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like that? It kind of feels like you're supposed to win some of these games. I think they played the Giants. That was it Monday night or Sunday night?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good matchup with the Bengals, though.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, the way they're playing, like, they're supposed to beat these teams convincingly, and they're not, man. Mm-hmm. And then they lose games they're not supposed to lose, and I don't know, man. I just feel like, to me, in my opinion, Cincinnati had control of that whole game, man, the whole time.
Yep.
Like, you could feel that. Could you have that sense that the Bengals had enough, or the Buffalo Bills had enough to come back and beat them? It just didn't feel like
the score looks close, but it won't that close.
No, it wasn't. So I don't know, man. I don't know about the Bills. I'm not sold on them, man. I don't know if Sean McDermott's the guy. But at what point as ownership do you say, hey, man, yeah, enough's enough? When is that?
I think a lot is right on his shoulders, especially when he got rid of Leslie Frazier in the offseason. So we'll see, man.
Because he's calling the plays now.
Yeah, he is. Mike Porsche says Bengals are getting hot and Joe looking healthier. And you know what? For how long, gentlemen, have I said that's my quarterback? Joe Shiesty. I love that. I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. I think that as long as he's healthy, this team has a chance. And they went to the Super Bowl without Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without an offensive line. They're still struggling with the offensive line, but at least he has Jamar Chase.
They had Jamar Chase when they was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry. It just shows you with Jamar Chase and them two, sky's the limit. My bad. Then we have the Chargers defeating the Jets. Bunch of storylines coming out of the Jets facility. Is Aaron Rodgers gonna make a comeback pretty soon? I know he came on Pat McAfee's show today saying that he was just talking nonsense with Derwin James, but
there's no point in him coming back. You see how that offensive line looked last night?
Yeah,
and that's
offensive
the same
line's not
offensive line
good.
that got his tail hurt where he had towards Achilles. I think freaking Bosa and Mack and Tuatolo, whatever his name is, they was having a freaking field day, taking turns getting to Zach. I think they had like 7 or 8 sacks. There's no way he's coming back, man.
Mike Porsche says, when was that game?
What game?
The one we're talking about.
We're talking about.
There's no way he might just hang it up the next year. No way he's coming back, man, this year. The way that offensive line looking.
Well, the reason why is because he was actually passing for 51-yard bombs. On a torn Achilles tendon, you're not even supposed to be able.
Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. I'm picking the Raiders to beat the Jets this Sunday. Man, it's gonna be my upset of the week. I don't think it's much of an upset.
Our Chargers, Jets.
Man, to me, the Chargers also, because the Jets, we know the Jets are the Jets, but for me, the Chargers seemed like they were struggling. I don't know why, man. Yeah, I know they're good, but man, just the way they went up and down the field, they just couldn't. They were struggling. To me, I think the highlight of everything, because I'm not going to talk about the game. I think it was I mean, the Jets weren't going to win, man, from the beginning. But I will. There's a highlight, right? And I want to say something about it. Was Keenan Allen, man? He is the second with the most receiving yards in Chargers history, man.
Yeah.
And he's done it in what? I think he's the youngest that's done it.
Yeah, with Phillip Rivers.
Wow, man. Like, to me, like, you know, when you think about receivers throughout the years in the NFL, I'm not gonna lie, man. I really don't think of Keenan Allen. I really,
Underrated.
I'm not to sound bad, but man, he is a good player, man. Like, to think that he had over 10,000 yards already is crazy to me, man. And I think just watching him last night, man, he's a great receiver, man. And we saw him against the Cowboys too. I think if Herbert doesn't overthrow him, he might have over 100 yards against us. But I'm just saying, like, man, he is I think he's a top receiver in the NFL. And aside from the game, like, man, I think he deserves a lot more credit than people give him, man. He is a great wide receiver.
Mike Porsche says Charger are looking strange this year.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
well, I will
weird.
say this. Look at
It's
this.
just weird.
Justin Herbert went 16 of 30, only 136 yards, no passing TDs,
But
and no
Do
interceptions.
you see what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's go to talk about, man. We this is the first time we've ever gone over an hour on East West football, but it's all good. So we got the Panthers at Bears on Thursday, November 9th. Then, okay, let's get our predictions for that game.
Bears.
Bears, man.
Damn, you guys are not even letting the Panthers come out.
No.
Bears.
They got the more talented team, but guess what? This is the NFL this year. It might go the other way. Who knows?
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked if Carolina won because I don't think Fields was playing. And even if Fields was playing, I still wouldn't be shocked. If the Panthers are gonna get another game, this should be the one right here. I mean, the Bears not one of these most talented teams. They're not a good team. They just as bad as Carolina. But I think
Wolf.
Yeah.
Mike Porsche says Panthers, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what? I'm going back. I'm going with Carolina.
Nah, you can't do that,
I'm going
Kendall.
with the Panthers.
Kendall, you can't do that.
I just thought about it. I'm going with the Panthers.
That don't count.
He just wants begging rights. Like, oh my god, I called him. But you know what? I think this this quarterback with the Bears, I think he's an overachiever right now. I don't even know. I think the Panthers might get a second win. Like you said, this should be the game they get it, but
hey, this is a win-win for the Bears because if they win and the Panthers lose or whatnot, they still get the Panthers pick. Panthers win. I mean, so it's a win-win. Either way, it's going to help out Chicago.
Hey, Gene Castillo on TikTok says that's a scrimmage.
a Thursday night game. What is it? JV Lights game, JV Dark. And then let me go ahead and get your guys' prediction because on Sunday at 8:30 my time, I don't know what time that is. What 9:30 your guys' time? The Colts will be playing the Patriots. Gosh, is it getting easier? Getting easier for your Patriots, Kendall?
Man, listen, at this point, I'm hoping we damn lose because I want a top 5 pick.
Dude, what?
It says he wants to lock up Marvin Harrison. That's the only way he's going to stay.
Marvin or Drake May.
You ain't
Every
getting
loss
Marvin,
is a
man.
win.
You ain't getting Marvin.
Every loss is a win. We picking 5th overall. So the more we lose, the more we up.
Y'all are gonna win this game.
So every loss is a win for us, man. But I'm hoping for a loss. But my gut feeling is we're gonna find a way to win this one.
Harv? Colts or Patriots?
Man, it's hard.
Colts playing some good ball though.
Like Mike Porsche says exactly, and then he adds, flip a coin. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So I guess we give tails to the we're gonna give tails to the Patriots and heads.
Now this is how I'm gonna pick this game.
Hold on. Let me do the flip of coin here. All right. So just you guys see, I'm using a core. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the coin.
This is sad, Kendall.
It is very sad.
Here
we go. It's tails. Damn. We said we're gonna give tails
to the Patriots
to the home game, so the Patriots come away with the win.
My question is, what quarterback would you rather have, Mac Jones or
he likes
Gardner Minshew?
Mac, come on.
Minshew?
Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
I'm gonna go with the mustache. Colts win, man.
The coach should win.
Yeah, the coach should win.
Good.
The coach should win. Woo! We got through it. We got through our live stream. I want to say thank you for everybody first and foremost. This was a fun one. Gentlemen, anything that you guys want to add before we sign off for the day?
TikTok's crazy, man. Have you read the comments?
No, I haven't been able to even get back on.
He just said, Matty said, who cares? Go Pats, I guess.
Hey, y'all subscribe to me on
Damn
YouTube. Ken's Pats Talk. Subscribe, support the show. I will be live tomorrow night with a special guest. Check me out.
Hey, Kendall, you need to get us a special guest for the Cowboys cast, man. Come on, help us out here.
Okay. See what I can do.
Queen says, we chilling this Sunday. I love watching you guys. We should. Gene Castillo says, why to have a plan, sir? I don't know. Turn that coin around, he said. Uh-oh. Cantu Reyes says, saludos, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you look like you're feeling better than yesterday. The caldo de mariscos must have helped. Hey, man, I feel a lot better. 10 times better. Appreciate it. But that's it, man. Hey, look.
Hey, Cantu, find me at the Harlingen Elks November 25th, man. The badass Tejano night, man.
November 25th.
November 25th. It's after Thanksgiving. I'll be there. So be there or be square. Anyways, that's it for us. Anything else?
No, man. All I got is interesting, somewhat the halfway point. People got buys and stuff. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. The race to number one, I guess. The number one pick is interesting too because everybody's going to want Caleb, man, if he comes out.
We got a lot of football left. We got 9 more weeks. So right now, however the draft rankings looking, however the power rankings looking right now, that stuff is going to change, man.
Yep.
We got a lot of football left.
But
Pretender, go ahead.
I was going to say, looking at the schedules, I don't know if there's ever been an NFL schedule this hard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me, but some of these schedules are going to get really hard for some of these teams. If you look at the top teams in the AFC and NFC, they're about to battle each other here in the next couple of weeks, man. Have we ever seen that like that?
No. Well, I mean, some teams have it easier and the other teams,
no, I got you, but I see Eagles, Niners, Bills still have to play the Dolphins again, I believe. Chiefs, Eagles. I mean, we got Cowboys and Bills, Cowboys and Dolphins. The Dolphins have to play they already played the Eagles, but I'm just saying, like all that mixture
will be interesting.
Man, this is gonna be crazy, man. This is gonna come down to we got Lions and Chargers for next week. I mean, Browns and Ravens, like.
I think game of the week this week, probably Lions Chargers, probably.
You think so?
No, Jaguars Niners. That's gonna be a good one too.
I don't know, man.
We'll definitely talk about it. We will definitely
see y'all Sunday.
Look at Monica Pearl says Elks Lodge is life.
That's where Jerry lives now.
Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like it. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe maybe we can put a live stream from there, so I can't miss out on any Cowboys cast or any more East West, right? Because yeah, they're taking us some time. Mike Porsche says the game of the week should be the Browns
Ravens.
That's the 1 o'clock window, I think. Ain't it?
Yeah, it's crazy how they did that though. I mean, why? That's it for us. But hey, catch us on the kickoff. Please help us subscribe. 1,000. Like we were saying, Kendall help Ken's Pat Talk, help the Cowboys catch hit 1,000. That's it for us. Until Sunday, we will see you then.
Keep it real.